What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that news around the NBA. Got some hot topics that happened in the NBA the last couple of days. I just want to cover who got signed, who got waived, and some rumors and some news that may be important to certain fans that love basketball and NBA content. So let's start off with the biggest news. Jonathan Kuminga continues to decline the Golden State Warrior 2-year, $45 million offer. Kuminga thinks he's bigger, he's better, he can go somewhere that can pay him more and give him more chances and opportunity to look like his best self. And you can't blame him. If you have a chance to make more money, you have a chance to show what you think you are. You have to go out there and be serious about it. You have to go out there and have that type of mentality. And Kuminga decision due in large part to the Warriors. They keep having a team option for the second season, and their unwillingness to let him maintain the built-in no trade clause. That's been something that him and his agent wants in that deal. You got to give me a no trade clause. If you don't give me that, then I'm not even considering signing that paper. They already had announced that Jonathan Kuminga is no rush to sign a deal with the Warriors. The Warriors have disrespected him a little bit, especially when it comes to him getting minutes, him getting opportunities. He doesn't really fit the team. He doesn't really fit what they're trying to do. He's more of an asset. He's a player that people want. He's a player that can get you something in return. And now they're just trying to find out what can we get and how can we continue to try to move forward, even though they're still stuck right now in free agency because of this situation with Kuminga. They did present a frame of a 3-year, $82 million deal that will allow the Warriors to stay below the second apron, which is a priority that every team should have if they can get it done, and to use their taxpayer mill level exception to get another player after they sign up Kuminga. Kuminga and Turner have explored sign and trade options throughout free agency. The Sacramento Kings and the Phoenix Suns have been the most aggressive with potential 4-year, $90 million deals discussed. If you have a chance to make triple the money, you might as well just try to go and get as much back as you can. And it can always go up because people forget that Jonathan Kuminga is only 22 years old. So he has a long career ahead of him if he can stay healthy and doesn't get any serious major injuries, because we know he likes to bang in that paint and get to the basket, and that can be physical and that can be tough and that can be hard to do over 82 game season over and over again. The hand might get injured, the knees might get injured, the back can get injured, but he has shown control. He has shown that he's one of the best drivers in the league, and he showed that he can get you double figures. So he's looking at it like, give me 6 to 7 more minutes, I'm a 20-point scorer easily in this league, especially when you got the green light to take all types of shots. But it is some interest in the Kings and the Suns that they want them to. So it's not just Golden State bidding against themselves, which some people didn't know. So I'm just putting that out there. Golden State current plan is for Kuminga to be on their team next season, either through a 2-year, $45 million offer or the $7.9 million qualifying offer. That's something that you really don't want to sign. You really don't want to do. But if he has to do that to become a free agent to go to the team that he wants to go to and he still wants to get paid, maybe he has to take another sacrifice this year. They helped him get a ring. They helped introduce him to the NBA. So it's good, to have that in the back of your mind. But if you have to stoop that low to give him a qualifying offer, it just shows you that they're just cool letting them walk if they can't get something that they want. And you really don't want to do the qualifying offer because it's hard to get something significant back for that type of price range of a contract. One deadline to sign a qualifying offer, if which is in October 1st. If Kuminga takes the qualifying offer, he will pass up nearly 14 million extra next season, but he could become an unrestricted free agent in 2026, which is right around the corner, as we know, as we're halfway through the year already. Kuminga believes accepting the Warrior 2-year offer with a team option, along with forfeiting trade veto rights, sees too much control to a franchise he believes has stunted his growth and has made him the player that he is right now, that we see and we know, because he's not getting the chances, he's not getting the opportunity, he's not really playing with a group of guys that believe in him, is what he's basically saying. And even the organization, they drafted him, which shows that they wanted him. They did want to try to figure something out with him, but he's saying those days are over. We did what we did. We won the titles. I fitted in as much as I could. I played with his organization as much as I could. And with Steph Curry being one of the greatest players ever, he lost Klay Thompson, he lost Kevin Durant, and Jordan Poole. These players wanted to leave Golden State even after winning championships, and they did. And you have one of the greatest players, one of the best performers in the NBA, and y'all all want to leave. What is really going on in Golden State? People are getting paid and still want to leave. People are winning championships and still want to leave Golden State. That's insane that you have players of that caliber saying, I don't want to be here. I'd rather just go to a different team and win with them. That is crazy talk when you see how much love and respect Stephen Curry gets around the world and how much love and respect he gets just from the NBA players. And you see so many quality players continue to want to get out of Golden State the last couple years. Like, it's insane. Kevin Durant told them, I don't want to come back. That's insane to say, because we just love and respect Steph and what they have done. And to see these players continue to say they don't want to be there no more is crazy talk, but it's facts. We have to admit that it's facts. Other than that, some other signings and some other waves. Bryce McGowan's and the Pelicans agreed to a two-way deal. McGowan's appeared in 13 games last season with the Portland Trailblazers after having a bigger role in each of the previous two seasons with the Charlotte Hornets. In 2023-2024 season, McGowan's averaged 5 points, 1 rebound in 14 minutes. He was the 40th pick in the 2022 NBA draft out of Nebraska. It's hard to make it out of there, and he was able to show that he was a quality player in college and in high school. The Pelicans said this is one of the best players we can get right now, so let's give him a two-way to give us flexibility to see if we want to keep him, to see if he fits what we're trying to do and what we're trying to be about. And that's the contract that he gets for right now. Hopefully he can get something better in the future. Daquan Plowden and the Kings agreed to a two-way deal. Plowden did appear in 6 games with the Hawks last season. He did average 7 points, 1.8 rebounds in 11 minutes. Plowden also appeared in the 43 games in the G League, where he averaged 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.7 assists in 31 minutes. He also was waived by the Phoenix Suns from his two-way contract in July upon his trade from the Atlanta Hawks. So the Suns didn't want him, but you know, he still got some interest from another team, which is the Kings. I think Daquan Plowden is an NBA player. He's not the greatest scorer, not the greatest shooter, but he is a decent finisher. He is a guy that can come in and give you okay minutes. And that's as best as you can get sometimes. And you're not tying yourself to him financially. You're not going to be hitched to him also. You know, a two-way deal is probably one of the best deals some of these players are going to get for their talent level, and it still gives them the ability to play in the NBA and earn some type of salary, although it's not the greatest contract to get, obviously. The Memphis Grizzlies and the Orlando Magic will play in Berlin, London, as the NBA sets a 3-year Europe plan. That's big. Obviously, you want to spread the game and influence as many people as you can that want to become NBA players. And you want your players to be bigger. You want the sport to be bigger, and you want to give back to the people that wants to support the sport, because that's the only reason why it's so globally known and loved around the world, is because of things like this. The NBA will play at least 6 regular season games in Europe over the next 3 seasons, starting with a pair of games between Memphis and Orlando this season. The Grizzlies and the Magic will play in Berlin January 15th, then in London on January 18th. The NBA will also play games in Manchester, England, and Paris in 26-27, then return to Berlin and Paris in 27-28. The games will be held in Berlin's Uber Arena, London's the O2 Manchester Co-op Live, and the Paris Accor Arena also. So it's just good to see the NBA still trying to spread the game and spread the love for the game around the world. Levy Leon signs a Exhibit 10 deal with the Thunder. He was signed to a standard contract October 31st by the Thunder and was waived a couple weeks later, but they still like the guy and they still feel like he's one of the best guys they can get still. He did average 10 points on 48 shooting with 7 rebounds and 2.4 assists in 47 G League games last season. So he's staying healthy. He's staying in shape. He's still showing you that he can contribute. He's not going to get minutes on a regular roster like that. He might just be a filler guy for the roster, but at least you know for sure you like him and you like his potential and his upside, and you're not committing too much to him still. And that's just good to see somebody get picked up again for that reason. If you can play and you're showing it, there's no way you should be out of the NBA. Mikal Bridges and the Knicks did agree to a 4-year, $150 million extension. That's the other big news today, and that's probably the most important since it's new. It makes sense for them to do this. Mikal has really embodied being in New York. He's a great defender. He's a decent scorer. He always shows up to work. He always plays hard. He can really contribute to them and their success. They already made it to the conference finals with him. It makes sense for them to even try to find a way to continue to build and try to make it even further. They have a good chance because the East is a little weaker this year, and they should try to stay as healthy as they can and take full advantage of that. And we'll see what they do with Mike Brown as their coach. But I also wanted to say, for people that don't know, the deal includes a player option for the 2030 season and a trade kicker if he does get traded. Bridges is ineligible to be traded for 6 months post signing this extension, and Bridges will become an unrestricted free agent in 2026 without the extension. So it makes sense for them to lock him up. For people that also don't know, Bridges averaged 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 37 minutes in 82 games during the first year with the Knicks. If you can play 82 games and you can score the ball well and defend at a high level, you should be a priority. Some people that thought that they wasn't going to get this deal done, and it is good to see Mikal Bridges be prioritized because he is a good player at his position. Bridges also was inconsistent at times as he adjusted to playing with Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, as it should be. You know, you're no longer the second best player, you're the third best player or the fourth best player because OG Anunoby can play too, and so can Josh Hart. But that's the style of type of game they want to play. That's what the Knicks always been about. And it's good to see them love and want Mikal to stay a little longer, even if they try to get rid of him in the future, which can happen because we've seen Phoenix do the same thing. They gave him the extension and then they ended up trading him for Kevin Durant. So let's not act like that didn't happen before. The Knicks also acquired Bridges from the Brooklyn Nets trade during the 2024 offseason for 5 first-round picks in a pick swap. So they gave up a whole lot for Mikal because they felt like he'll get them to another level. They technically did this season, but they have championship goals, and we'll see if they're able to reach them. Other than that, the Clippers did waive Patrick Baldwin Jr. from his 2-way contract. Makes sense. I mean, they only got so many roster spots. They only can give so many of them out. And they gave a lot of guys contracts these last couple months. And we'll see what they choose to do with that spot, or if they're even in a rush to figure out a way to fill it. So that's just how it's going to be. That's just how it's going to go. The NBA just works that way, unfortunately. Nobody's really loyal or committed fully all in on it. They just trying to get what they can get out of it, do what they can do with what you got. And the players have to feel the same way and try to do it the same way to the best of their ability, even if they don't have as much leverage as the organizations because they can give you the contract or not. That's just how it is. It's unfortunate. It sucks. But, you know, you can make a lot of money in the NBA too. If you really put the work in, it can pay off. And we see Mikal Bridges just get over $100 million for that same reason. He's a workhorse and he's always available. So hopefully these guys can become better players as they continue to try to find other avenues to be able to do that and still get the results of, I want to play basketball as long as I can. I want to be in this league as long as I can because I love this as my job and I want this to be my dream job. And my goal is to stay in this league as long as I can because of that, which always makes sense. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, do conversation videos just like this and various NBA only topics. I'll do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. Also do mock draft and draft coverage. And if you new to the channel, I got over 3,000 plus videos already on my channel that you can watch right now for free. And on top of that, I upload videos each and every day. So if you love basketball content, you can't get enough of it, and you need it each and every day, look at this as a form of entertainment for that. And I got you guys covered. Other than that, let's continue to remember, let's make 2025 a better year than 2015 when it comes to success and when it comes to the respect of this channel. This was a big decade of uploading and uploading and uploading, knowing what you guys want, knowing what the content that you guys love, and trying to find a way to build that for me to do that the entire year. And 2015 was a big year for that. And I'm just glad I was able to figure it out that early in my life, because I'm only in my early 30s. So it is good to have a job like this where you can hop on and tell people what you feel and show what people what you feel too, and they love and appreciate it, and they continue to come back for more. Thank y'all for supporting me in the past. Hope y'all continue to support me in the present and in the future. And thank y'all for continuing to showing up and making time for me. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to continue to grind as much as I can to give y'all the content that y'all want and make the content that y'all want to see. That's my job as a content creator. But I need y'all to continue to search and watch and continue to support me to the best of y'all ability. I appreciate all the support that y'all give me, whether it's merchandise or just watching or getting to it when you can get to it, or even giving me ideas to give more content so you guys can watch it. Other than that, gone for now. Y'all stay blessed up. Peace. And I hopefully can see y'all tomorrow if it's meant to be. Gone.